for my whole squadron. Bring another couple bottle, bro, it's no problem. Superstar status, get familiar with me. Haters scheming, wanna do me like they did Biggie. But jealous hearts gonna be hurt tonight. Me and my fellas yelling, Mark, get your money right.
What's up, y'all? We back with more news. Please subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and hit your notification button to stay up to date with My Vision Red News. Today, we're going to dive into one of Boston's most notorious projects, Heath Street projects, better known as Heath Street, and the RICO charges against them.
This morning, nearly 24 members and associates of the Heath Street gang were arrested, and several other individuals who are in state and federal custody have now been charged in federal court with new offenses. In addition to the arrests, over 60 firearms were seized in the course of this investigation. Firearms that were used in illegal conduct, such as shootings, and firearms that were illegally possessed. The defendants charged in the racketeering conspiracy have been alleged to have been involved in 3 separate murders and multiple shootings.
Nigga, I'll burn you, nigga. I'll burn you, nigga. Heath Street! Heath Street! Heath Street!
They carried high-powered weapons. They made gang signs and mocked gang rivals. These defendants also produced music videos to allegedly promote themselves and denigrate rival gangs.
Fuck Jose with his dead ass. Fuck Fab with his dead ass. We really jump on niggas dead ass. So fuck them niggas cause we smoke. Yeah, we smoke. They knew they was dead.
In some videos, they bragged, as the documents allege, about murders the gang had committed. One line from a rap video allegedly talked about victims of the gang violence. And it says, and I quote, "I can say the names, but I might make the feds come for us."
I can say their name, but I might make the feds come for us. Hold on, wait, somebody pick J Money's cousin up. Pick Lil Jato's brother up. Naja's brother, pop him up.
Well, the feds have come for you.
The feds swarmed in and have taken down one of Boston's rising rappers with alleged ties to one of Boston's oldest and deadliest street gang. February 14th, 2024, the feds announced 41 members of the Heath Street gang were charged with a list of offenses stemming from a 2-year investigation into one of Boston's most notorious projects. In the 1980s, the Bloods and Crips fought through Los Angeles, and the Latin Kings battled the gangster disciples in Chicago. Boston would form its own gang culture in the 80s based off the streets, hoods, and projects within the city. Between the late 80s, early 90s, Boston's murder rate was at its highest. While many things changed over the next 30 years, the Boston street gangs remained the same. The Heath Street projects, commonly known as Heath Street, would take on the Miami Heat as a representation of the projects. Less than 2 minutes away, their rival Academy homes, literally both the gangs could look out the window and see each hood. Less than 5 minutes away was another rival, Mission Hill Projects, who repped the University of Michigan with the M for Mission. The Bloody Bean never became influenced by bandanas. Every hood took on a sports team, so wearing the wrong team could potentially get you beat up or even worse, shot. With the rise of drill music, a young Boston rapper was making noise in the booth and in the streets. Back in the Heath Street projects, Y Gizzle was becoming the new face of Boston drill. His music was giving the city new energy that the city craved for, but his lyrics were catching the attention of the law enforcement. Gizzle would speak of his upbringing on the BNF podcast. He described getting arrested at the age of 15 years old for 3 attempted murders.
Bro, I've been going to jail since 12, since DYS, bro. I ain't never cried, bro. I charge it to the game, bro. You feel me? If I did something wrong, I did something wrong. I fucked it up, bro. You feel me?
You never had a nigga put you in jail before?
I was 15. I got booked for attempted murder, 3 counts attempted murder. I came home when I was 18.
Following his incarceration would come the death of Y Gizzle's father, who was an aspiring rapper as well. On September 29, 2017, Maurice Lyons had just gotten off of work and was on his way to get food. Unfortunately, Maurice Lyons was gunned down at the intersection of Washington and Park Street in Dorchester. Gizzle's father, who went by the rap name Morty Six, who was from another notorious area known as H Block, which is located in the Roxbury neighborhood. H Block is named after the multiple streets that surround Humboldt Ave, where practically every street name starts with the letter H. H Block is also another heated rival of the Heath Street projects. These two gangs went at each other hard. Though Gizzle's father lived on H Block, their father-son relationship was not affected at all. But of course, Y Gizzle openly dissed H Block.
My father died the next day. They threw a warrant out on me. You feel me? And they came and got me 2 days later for safety.
So you couldn't attend the
So
funeral?
I attended the funeral from DYS brought me in shackles and cuffs. So before everybody got there, I was the first one there. See my pops in shackles and cuffs for 15 minutes.
Gizzle's biggest threat didn't come from dissing his ops. It's when he mentioned the feds. A federal indictment would reveal multiple Heath Street members with Y Gizzle's name at the top of the indictment, as he was now being accused of being a leader, member, and associate of an organization that committed murder, robberies, fraud trafficking, and racketeering. Y Gizzle would face drug conspiracy violations from fentanyl and marijuana, along with possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. In multiple arrests, the feds were able to seize drugs, guns, and ammo off Gizzle, including a 9mm Beretta and a 9mm P80, most commonly known as a ghost gun, which all was seized by the feds. On October 28, 2021, Massachusetts state troopers were conducting surveillance on Gizzle in Somerville, Mass, a city outside of Boston. State troopers armed with an arrest warrant at around 7:05 p.m. observed their target with another male walk towards a black Jeep registered to an associate of the Heath Street gang.